Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests and all participants, all protocols observed. Very happy to be with all of you here this morning. As you heard my name is Cynthia Karuri Kropac. I head the business entity at Safaricom. When most of us think of Safaricom, you think of the shops. You think of what? M-Pesa. And those are only two divisions within Safaricom. We have divisions that are there to support you in your home life, in your personal life. So your phone for your family, your connectivity for internet in the home. That is one division, and it's run by a woman. Her name is Fawzia Ali. Then there is M-Pesa, which most of you already know, which is our financial services division. That's run by a woman, Esther Waitito. Then there's the Enterprise Business Organization. So this is the entity that supports the public sector, government, large businesses, small businesses, as well as working with some of the big infrastructure companies like Airtel, Telkom Kenya. So that's run out of the enterprise sector, and I run that business. My name is Cynthia. And then we have our technology organization and so on and so forth. But the commercial organizations are three. So when you want to come and talk to us about business, there's myself, there's Esther, there's Fawzia, and we're always open for business. So I was asked to give some few remarks, and I thought I have written comments, so I'll try to be true to them, but also intersperse some of my own comments. I think we all know that this is a tough economy that we're going through, a very tough macroeconomy. And in many cases, we either know someone who's unemployed or maybe ourselves, we're in between jobs. And in many of these cases, it's not a function of you don't have qualification. It's not a function of you don't have the education or the capacity to do something. It's finding these opportunities. Finding formal employment is becoming increasingly difficult. And therefore, we start to look at what are some of the opportunities you can have as an individual to help you create an economic future for yourself. And this challenge of unemployment, underemployment, looking for economic opportunities was exacerbated during COVID-19 when a lot of jobs, a lot of businesses were shuttered down. And I was looking at a recent statistic that shows that just in the last quarter alone, unemployment increased by 3% and is currently sitting at close to 3 million new people unemployed. 3 million new people unemployed. And the hardest hit are our youth, unfortunately. And for a long time, we have viewed formal employment as really the only way to have a secure future. But white-collar jobs like the one I have, are really not the only opportunities. Entrepreneurship, and particularly MSMEs, play a critical role not only in creating jobs, but driving the economic engine of this country. These MSMEs today account for 98% of all businesses in Kenya. There are 7.5 million micro businesses in Kenya. Everybody has a hustle in Kenya except me. But they're 98%, these MSMEs are 98% of the business entities and contribute. So just listen to this statistic. Micro businesses are 98% of the businesses in this country. How much do you think they contribute to the GDP? Guess. Guess. Guess, guess, guess. Don't whisper, there's no wrong answer. 60%. Okay, so I had a 60, 90%, okay. So 98% of the businesses in this country are MSMEs. They only contribute 3% to the GDP. Many are working in rather informal settings. Many don't know or have the ability to grow their businesses. And that's where companies like Safaricom can really start to play a role. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. fundamentally, technology is the great equalizer that can help you go from an idea to an operating business to a great business in a very short amount of time. I won't tell you my age. I'm older than I look. But I can tell you when I grew up, and I'm here with a tablet that I'm looking at. But when I went to school and when I finished college, there were no computers that we had individually. We had to go to a lab and sit there and everyone queuing up to do their homework. And just that quickly, now everybody has a phone. I didn't grow up around a phone. We had one phone in the house. Now I'm in the business of distributing phones every 2 seconds. The power of technology and what it changes for a business is a very big deal. And in today's world, to be able to have a business that people know about beyond where you're having your business, you need technology. You need to be on the internet. You know, I talk to my children, and every day they tell me, hey, look at this new business. It's on Instagram. I may be the only person in the world not on Instagram. Are you guys on Instagram? I'm not on there. But there are many, many budding small businesses that no one would know about if they were not on the internet. So technology now is no longer an option if you want to be a successful business that operates effectively and efficiently, but also that you can reach out to customers and customers can find out about you. The internet is an awesome opportunity, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But even as you think about how you put your businesses online and having the internet as a growth engine for your business, it's the threats. The threats of the internet are equally as big. Last year alone, how much money do you think was lost through those who intend to do harm, accessing businesses and destroying them through the internet? How much money do you think Kenya lost in 2022? Take a guess. Take a guess. 10 million? 10 billion. You really think it was that much? It was actually 54 billion. It was actually 54 billion. And therefore, just going on the internet and quickly starting your business and putting it on Instagram, that's all fantastic and great. But you must also secure those solutions that you're putting online. And this is one of the big things that I think we can offer as a technology company. You all know us as a phone company, but we have been making a pivot from being just a pure telephone company to being a technology company. And part of that was informed by how the world is changing. Technology now has become a must. Even in our own business, we cannot operate it the way we did 10 years ago. What made Safaricom a success 10 years ago does not work today. We have to change ourselves. And that know-how and that capability of what we have learned is what we can then package and help small businesses. And one of those ways we can help entrepreneurs is being able to access the internet and run your business without having to understand what's the technology I need to have security on the internet. We have a solution called Secure Business Fiber, which allows small businesses to have secure internet. You can connect your business and not worry about some of those risks. But even that is not enough. That's just step one of security. That is the ability to close your front door. But do you need additional security layers? Yes. As your business becomes more complex, that's where we can help you as you grow your business and tailoring the solutions that you need. In 2017, we also embarked on a journey to support women in business. This was a realization of the inequities in the business space and in our own supply chain, where many of our suppliers were men. And we made a purposeful pivot to be inclusive of women. I've had the opportunity to talk to one of the women who supply us, and she came in and she said, I want to learn how you guys lay fiber. I want to learn how you people build the connectivity for your solutions, and I want to be one of those players. And we brought her in and we trained her. And this lady, her office is actually not too far from here, in 5 years is laying fiber for us in Ethiopia. Laying fiber for us in Ethiopia. So looking for those opportunities on how we can have women-owned businesses making significant contribution, not only to our own company, but also to this economy is really an important factor. And our Women in Business program is aimed at bridging this gap and fostering economic empowerment for women-owned businesses and ensuring that there's a fair opportunity in our procurement practices allocated to them. And we have an aim to continue to increase the number of women that are providing services to our company to at least 10% of our total procurement spend. And there are people who think Safaricom is like a mini government in terms of our size. So 10% of our spend allocated to women is not a trivial number. So constantly looking to evolve yourself, looking for opportunities that you can participate, being vigilant, and contacting our supply chain organization for opportunities to participate is important. And for the women in the room, I encourage you, if you've not done so, to please access this information on our website. And if you don't know where that is, just let us know and we'll be happy to connect you to that. But it's not just about women. We're also very much involved with youth. I talked about the unemployment that has hit the youth in a particularly hard way. We run a lot of technology camps where we train on coding and various technologies, broadening their understanding, helping them not only in the coding, but how technology can be utilized to drive business outcomes, and then providing internships. Those internships are important, not necessarily just as a pathway to getting a job, but also how you can learn to use that talent in a business setting to effect a business outcome, and then take those learnings and go start your company because you understand how to use it. You're not just saying, I know how to code, but I understand what I need to do for technology, not only for my own business, but to also help others. We're also working with Google, with Facebook, and Instagram, and all of these startup companies to be able to provide affordable packages. So when you want to start a business and you walk into a Safaricom shop and say, I want to start a business, it's not just about getting the phone SIM, but being able to get a startup package that allows you to start your business. And what you will now start to see in the not too distant future is a desk in Safaricom retail shops that are dedicated to enabling small and micro businesses, particularly those who are looking to start up. What do I need to get started? How can you help me? What is the toolkit that is available for small businesses? And not just the toolkit, but it's also being able to showcase some of the technologies so that if you don't understand what the options are, in some of these shops, we will have showcases where you can come and see how this technology works. So even as you're getting these toolkits, you understand how it works, you understand the support system that helps you, and how you can move your business forward. We're bringing back a fund called Spark Fund. Spark Fund is a $5 million fund that seeks to invest in tech-enabled startups in agriculture, education, healthcare, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, fintech, many different sectors. Why do I say this? In many cases, as we think about starting businesses, technology-oriented businesses, ideas on how you can use technology to make something better in your own environment is a great first step. And one opportunity to get funding is not just Fuliza or Hustler Fund. It is what you can do with funds like this, the Spark Fund. And we encourage women and youth to be on the lookout for an announcement that will be coming out shortly in regards to Spark Fund, where you can submit your ideas. You may not necessarily already have the business, but you have a well thought out idea. You're just looking for that leg up. that funding, that wherewithal that can help you start that business. So be on the lookout for that so that you can submit your ideas, because there will be awardees against that money to help you and partner with you in starting that business. At Safaricom, we have a vision to be a purpose-led tech company in 2025. We ourselves have recognized that just selling voice, just selling SMS, just selling data is not the way forward for us as a company to continue to grow. So we intend to make the use of technology to enable communities and to continue to transform lives. And we have to date enabled more than 1.6 million micro businesses with these connected technologies on connectivity, M-Pesa, and other productivity tools that help businesses on their day-to-day transactions. In the next phase, we're looking to partner with government to continue to provide the ability for people, for small businesses, those who are looking to start, to continue to have access to these technologies through public Wi-Fi and other connected internet solutions. And through M-Pesa, we were one of the key players that were an enabler of the Hustler Fund. And you know, in the Hustler Fund, can you imagine how much money was loaned out in Hustler Fund in 3 months? Guess. Guess. Oh, come on, guess. I can't see you. I don't have my glasses on, so I wouldn't know what answer you gave. 10 million? 10 million, yeah. 20 billion was loaned that fast. And in many cases, the repayment rate is very high. Very high. So these were clearly small players that were looking for a leg up. Give me some working capital to allow me to start, have an idea, buy some raw materials, buy some inputs, and repay that back quickly, and have the ability to go back and borrow over and over and over again. So these types of innovations, these types of connected technologies, you heard me talk about as you start connecting securely. When you start, where do you learn and how can you understand what you can do? If you have an idea, where do you go and think about funding? These are just a small microcosm of what we could do for you as a business that's starting up. And I urge you, if there are things we could be doing better to support you, bring that feedback to us. I think we're certainly open to that opportunity, but most we're looking to be a partner with you as you start into your entrepreneurship journey. So let's embrace the power of technology and to enable entrepreneurs to transform lives. And with these remarks, I thank you for your time and look forward to serving you as a customer of Safaricom. Thank you.